And now back to Bobby Likis Car Clinic and your host, Bobby Likis.
Okay, let's get this show on the road, so to speak, and let's travel. Let's see, where do we want to go today? Let's head down to the east, a little bit down south, and a little bit or a lot to the east. In fact, you couldn't get too much farther than the East Coast, and that would be Daytona Beach. And folks, with us is Terry Sabiston, our reporter, and all-knowing when it comes to automobiles and what's going on in Daytona Beach. Live from Daytona Beach, WNDB 1150 AM, our Car Clinic affiliate, and simulcasting on 93.5 FM. The Daytona Turkey Run is the largest combined car show and swap meet in the United States. There's some 6,000 cars and car enthusiasts from across the U.S. and internationally make their way to this celebrated location every Thanksgiving and every last week in March. Joining us is Terry Sabiston. Terry, good morning. Welcome back to Bobby Likis Car Clinic.
Good morning, Bobby. It's great to be on the Bobby Likis Show live from Daytona International Speedway. I love this show. The spring turkey run is just amazing. Here being at the World Center of Racing, looking at this stadium with nobody sitting in it. All the people are in the infield, and all the cars are too. The energy level's cranking up. Bands are on stage here. The cars are here. It's just unbelievable. It's surprising. Every time I've been doing this for years, and there's always something new. And we're really excited this year. I don't know if you've heard, but the Spring Break Nationals are here.
I did not. Tell us about that.
With the Spring Break Nationals, it's 31 years, and it started in a local parking lot at a local company called Stereotypes, and they brought out the manufacturers of sound systems for cars and showed off the new stuff that was coming out and said, while we're there, bring your car by, and we will measure how loud it is. Well, that turned into a little parking lot thing that went over to the Ocean Center, and it got so big, and they decided this year to join up with the Spring Turkey Run. So we got the Spring Break Nationals going on. And with that, there's a whole new sound here at Daytona International Speedway. The sound systems that these cars are bringing in, coming through the tunnel just this morning, I've got my radio on, I'm listening to WNDB, and all of a sudden the whole van just starts shaking. And there was a guy behind me with his sound system cranked coming through that tunnel, and it was vibrating the walls inside the tunnel. And this is just another thing that they've done to bring in a different audience, but also a car audience that enjoys their cars and what they do with them and the sound systems that come in them. So it's an exciting time here at Daytona International Speedway.
Well, it sounds like it. And, you know, as I understand, Terry, the show brings more than 2,500 swap meet spaces, and there's an artisan alley, and there's food and entertainment. I know that there's a lot of people behind the scenes. I know Barbara is the general manager there, and Big Rick is the director of car show operations. How many people attend, and how long is this? Is it just for today? Is it today, tomorrow, and yesterday?
It's Friday, Saturday, Sunday,
right.
And they already broke attendance records yesterday. That's just to put it in perspective. It's $10 to get in. I mean, you can't beat that.
Really?
Yeah, and yes, $10. And on Sunday, it's only $5. If you have a car in the car show out here, you get to take a lap around the speedway at 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. Now, it's a pace lap, but that's a sweet ride to take your nice hot rod around the Daytona International Speedway just to finish it off.
So, Terry, you've been around the track. In fact, we've been around together a couple of times. I'm sure that they take this at a slower pace. But actually, if you'll remember the time that we went off, we took off folks from the infield, or actually from the pit road. And by that time, and we were not driving in a race car, but it was a somewhat of a modified car. And we made the first turn, and we were running 110 miles an hour when we got to the first turn. I was really surprised, Terry. So, having said that, it seems to me that it would be a little uncomfortable if you were going 50 miles an hour because of whatever the bank is. What is the bank, 35, 36 degrees?
31 degrees. But if you remember, Bobby, we stopped on the banking one time.
Yeah, that's right. On the far end, we sure did. So how fast do they drive? Like 50 or 60 around the track?
Yeah, they're cruising around And like I say, they'll do a parade lap. And two, I remember a few years ago, the last few cars, they held back a little. They might have gone a little faster than a parade lap.
Makes me wonder which one of the car drivers kind of holds back and then rushes up to the crowd. I'm sure that happens.
You got to find some way to get these things up to speed. But let me tell you where I'm at right now. Let me paint this picture for you.
Good.
I'm right outside the fan zone here at Daytona International Speedway. Off to my left, we've got Ryan Evans and Horny from Counting Cars. Just got here. They're signing autographs, and they've got some beautiful show cars behind them. They've got a Panama Jack Prowler. The Ponce Inlet Corvette Club is here, and just a beautiful line of Corvettes, including a 58 turquoise Corvette. Okay? And then if I turn around, back here behind me, I got 5 Camaros that you would not believe. I got a 68, a 17, a 69, a 16, and I think the other one is a 70. Now, what's wild is one of these Camaros gets 57 miles to the gallon.
Oh, really? How's that work?
Yes. It's Emery Riddle's EcoCar, Advanced Vehicle Technology Competition, and they got some students out here, and they've gotten this thing up to where it gets 57 miles to the gallon.
Do you know what kind of engine is in that vehicle?
I'm standing here talking to him. Let me see. What kind of motor is this?
It's a 2.4 liters, a 4-cylinder out of the Equinox.
It's a 2.4 liter 4-cylinder out of the Equinox. What kind of horsepower are you getting out of this?
350 horsepower.
350 horsepower.
And what fuel is he using in that vehicle?
What kind of fuel are you using?
E85.
E85?
Yeah, that's what I figured.
And electricity.
Well,
and electricity.
And Terry.
Gas and electric hybrid.
And Terry, tell him that just outside my studio, I have 2 drums of Ignite Racing Fuel E90 114 octane for a friend of mine who's having a 1,200 horsepower Hellcat built.
Wow. E90 114 octane. He's got some sitting outside his shop right now. These guys are, but this is electro. It's got an electric motor. It's a combination, but 57 miles a gallon. Is that with my foot in it?
Well, congratulations to Emery Riddle, and no doubt that just shows you what can be done. And we've heard all of our lives about, well, I went to Europe and they have diesel cars over there that get 50, 60 miles per gallon, and here we have what kind of car does he have? A Chevrolet, regular size Chevrolet?
It's a Camaro.
That's unbelievable. I mean, that's not like it's a bullet train, or a little bullet-shaped car. So congratulations to that group from Emery Riddle. What else is of interest there that's really way out of the box like that?
That's just it. You don't know what they're going to find out here. But the swap meet, if you need anything, if you want to build a car, you can probably buy everything you need to build one out here. The swap meet is unbelievable. And it's just amazing how much stuff is out here. And the cars are rolling in right now. The show started at 9 o'clock this morning, and that's just it. It was started with the national anthem. We've got the Rolling Thunder Florida chapter out here, they're supporting the military. We've got a police display with all kinds of police vehicles out here showing off what they got. Just one hot rod after another. There's a 37 Ford Yosemite Sam paint job on it. It's just bullets for on the armrest and in the middle, just mounted to it. The details on some of these cars is amazing. It's scary how much time and effort, energy these people put into these vehicles, and they love their cars and they love to show them off. And that's the fun of this show. This is an opportunity for people to come out. I ran into a guy last week during Bike Week, and I said, the spring turkey run's this weekend. He said, are you kidding me? He said, I come down for Thanksgiving. I didn't know they do this in March. He said, I'm going back to West Palm. I'm loading up my Excalibur and my 32 Ford, and I'm bringing them down here for this. So I'm waiting on a call from that guy who I met last week, and I want to see I think there's Excalibur. There's 125 of them, and he has number 26.
That's amazing.
So that's just it. It's incredible what you find out here.
No question. And Terry, before I let you go, I want all of our listeners across the nation and globally to understand that the Daytona Turkey Run, which is the largest combined car show in the history, has created more than $7 million of profits for the Daytona Turkey Run that has funded charitable organizations as well as a lot of local programs, projects, and recreational facilities. So, folks, what we're talking about here is raising money for charity in such a fashion that it grows the sport and it provides fun and family entertainment. Terry, you got to be proud, and the folks in Daytona, the city fathers in Daytona Beach have their act together, no doubt about it, and the Daytona International Speedway can be proud of providing the facilities to make this happen.
They are, and people don't realize the Daytona Racing and Recreational District is the entity that collects the rent from NASCAR, for International Speedway Corp, to use the property. They don't own International Speedway Corp does not own the property. They can do whatever they want above ground, but the ground belongs to the Daytona Racing and Recreational District, and they pay them rent. They pay them $500,000 a year.
There you go.
They take that $500,000 as seed money and grow with it and help make this happen.
Terry Sabiston, WNDB Daytona. Terry, thanks for joining us. Thanks for the report.